Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what is up? What is good? The king. Yeah, the king of lightning here today, bringing you guys and gals a One Piece video on the mink, on the Sulong, the Moon Lion transformation that we saw in the latest chapter of One Piece Wa, chapter 888, where Carrot showcases some jaw-dropping stuff, and you're like, oh my god, Carrot! So amazing! It's crazy!
What?
Carrot was impressive. I ain't gonna lie. Carrot was impressive, but this, of course, has brought up some discussion and some debate. In particular, I want to talk about how powerful is Carrot now compared to other One Piece females. Not that only, but that'll be the main focus of this video. And also, yes, I know, it is very premature when it comes to this topic as a whole, because Carrot only did so much in like 4-6 pages? So we're gonna gauge her against other One Piece females now in her Sulong state? Yeah. Yes, we're gonna do it now. We'll do a follow-up video in the future where we see more of Carrot in her Sulong state. But folks have been saying Carrot is X, Y, and Z powerful, and I'm like, wait, hold on, what? So yeah, I'm gonna talk about it here now in this video. Let us talk about the mink. Let us talk about Carrot. Let us talk about how powerful she is and parallels between this and other powers and so on and so forth. So let me just shrink myself down and we'll get the official Viz chapter for you guys and gals to read along and watch along as we dissect this. So here we have the content at hand, the official Viz translation of the chapter, where we have Carrot looking at the full moon and she is transforming into her Sulong state. And by the way, yes, this is Sulong. Let me zoom in on Jinbei right here, who says, and I quote, "You're going to turn Sulong. Do you have the training for it?" The official Viz translation is Sulong. It is Sulong. So that being said, let's zoom back out. Boom. Whoa. Enter the One Piece Yoko Kurama. Enter Carrot in her Sulong state. Carrot, even her hair is white and her eyes are red. She's like a different person, says Chopper. What a wondrous sight. Nami has the Nani face. And then we have Brook remembering a flashback. Once the battle began, we ended up in the Starry state against Jack's forces. But it won't go like that next time. We have an ace up our own sleeve. The next time we fight, they shall see the true power of the minks. And we can see Carrot there electrified with the electro. And then we have Nami. This is the true form of the minks. Shocked. Then we have one of Daifuku's men talking to him. Tonight's a full moon, and that mink girl with the enemy just turned into a Sulong. Let's get on to some meat here that we can bite on. First and foremost, because Pedro taught Carrot this transformation state, because she trained in order to actually, I suppose, master the form or even learn the form, it's not exactly clear as to what the training does. However, because Pedro trained her for Sulong, or to attain Sulong, it is safe to assume that the higher end minks, so let's say Sicilian and his boys, let's say Wanda, of course Carrot, Nekomamushi Inu Arashi, Pedro and his posse, they all know Sulong. It makes you really wonder, are the giants truly the strongest species? Are the giants really the strongest species when you have an entire section of minks that can transform into this and then some? Mind you, Carrot, among, I would say, the higher end minks, she's on the low end. Now, number two, the second thing, is Hordy Jones. Why? Why on earth is Hordy Jones being brought up in this video? Well, people have been making a parallel, and I can see why. And there could be something there that Oda's trying to do. There could be, maybe something there that Oda's trying to do. When Carrot transformed into her Sulong Moon Lion state, her hair turned white, her body structure changed, and her eyes turned red. In the case of Hordy Jones and the energy steroids, his hair turned white, his body changed structure, and his eyes turned red. So it is very obvious to see now why people would make a parallel between Hordy Jones and the energy steroid overdose, as well as Huzo, and then compare that to the Mink transformation of the Sulong. But there are two very important things here. Number one, we have no idea if all the Sulong's eyes turn red when they transform, as well as the white hair. The white hair and the eyes turning red, that could be unique for Carrot herself. The increase in the potency of the Electro, I'm pretty sure all Mink have that when they go Sulong. But the white hair and the red eyes, it is not stated if that is for all Moon Lions or if that is for her in particular. Mainly the red eyes. The white hair, okay, fine, probably. But the red eyes, we're not too sure at all. That's number one. It probably is, I would say, but we're not too sure. Number two, with the energy steroids, the red eyes is only a feature of the anime. It is not a feature of the manga. When I went back into the Fishman Island arc and I reread some of the chapters, Hordy Jones's eyes were white. They were not red. In the anime, they're red. In the manga, they're still white. Even when he consumes like a fistful, like a handful of energy steroids, his eyes are still white. It takes away a bit from the parallel between this transformation and that transformation. However, the transformations themselves do share the similarity of the body changing structure and the white hair. That could mean several things. Number one, it could mean that on Carrot's end, there may be a huge backlash. Now, granted, it wouldn't be as severe as, let's say, Hordy Jones's backlash and Hughes's backlash, where they turn to old men. All of them turn to old men. No. That's not gonna happen. Probably not, because she did train in order to attain this state. Maybe they can all transform during the full moon, but they lose their thought process in the midst of it. Who knows? Like, they go in like a berserker state. But you have to train in some fashion to attain, I suppose, true Sulong, true Moon Lion. That's number one. Number two, this could potentially be a feature of all pseudo-humans, where when all pseudo-humans go like above and beyond the normal capacity of their abilities, their hairs turn white. Oh. Maybe the fishmen, the giants, the Tontada, the long arm, the long neck Brontosaurus clan, the Mink, maybe when they have some type of unique power ability like this, all their hairs turn white. And what Hordy Jones did was tap into that innate strength via the energy steroids. Number three, this could be Oda trying to showcase a power comparison between what happened with Hordy Jones and Hugh's own company and with Carrot. Because the anime did it, and of course this was drawn well after the episode was aired, clearly. So if Oda's trying to, let's say, showcase a power comparison between energy steroid overdose and Mink Sulong transformation, then we can kind of scale power. Maybe. It's iffy, but we can kind of scale power to where we know that one energy steroid makes you twice as strong. Two makes you 4 times as strong, and so on and so forth. You keep on doubling it. The necessary amount of energy steroids needed to transform you into a white-haired fishman, that increase of power could be the same as Carrot in her Sulong state. So compare base Hordy Jones to Hordy Jones at the end of Fishman Island arc, it'd be the same comparison in power to base Carrot and this. Maybe. That one is, I think, very, very shaky, but I can understand why some folks are trying to make a parallel there, because the transformation itself does share a massive similarity in the white hair and in the change of figure. The red eyes is only an anime feature for the energy steroid overdose. It is not a manga feature. So that all being said, we then go on to see Carrot display some very impressive stuff where she jumps from the top of this, she kind of like swooshes in like she has wings. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. And just swooshes in, raises the water, and then she proceeds to speed blitz the men on Daifuku's ship. Now, it is also important to know here that this movement right here is what Pedro does. In Pedro's case, he used his tail. In her case, she probably used her tail as well to perform that movement. Her claws glint, we see the zap of the electro, the slashes begin, the biting begins. Well, let's zoom in right here. We have this awesome corkscrew right here. That's a very cool pan right there. This corkscrew, nasty. But we see the biting begins, the slashing begins, the drop kicking begins, and Carrot displays phenomenal stuff here. After all said and done, Chopper stunned, Daifuku still confident. She has the wheel. She busted our ship wheel. Where's our ship heading now? Little brat, smile on her face, haha. That all being said, now that we've kind of covered the other stuff when it pertains to the transformation, again, I'm not covering everything that was discussed that I saw via Twitter, via Facebook, that kind of stuff, but I'm discussing what I think is the most important. So now we're going to talk about Carrot's overall combat ability. And yes, is it premature? Yes, it is very premature when it comes to gauging Carrot's overall combat ability. It really is. Because all we get is 4 pages of Carrot doing some stuff. All we get here is dash, dive, psych, swoosh, dodge, nunny, claws, oh my god, bite, slash, dropkick, corkscrew, I'm awesome, wheel, nunny, smile. That's all we get from Carrot. So, essentially speaking, we get little, but nonetheless, folks are already saying that she's stronger than X, Y, Z, and the other. So, here's my 2 cents on Carrot's current overall combat ability in Sulong State. And this comes with 3 questions. Number 1, how well do you think Carrot fares against Boa Hancock? Number 2, how well do you think Carrot fares against Nico Robin? Number 3, how well do you think Carrot fares against Tashigi? Those are the 3 questions. Number 1, Carrot versus Hancock. Number 2, Carrot versus Robin. Number 3, Carrot versus Tashigi. How well does Carrot do against Boa Hancock? Honestly, not that well. I know a lot of dudes are saying, oh, well, you know, no. Boa Hancock, in my personal opinion, is too fierce of a fighter to struggle with Carrot. I think Boa Hancock mid-diffs, low diffs to mid-diffs Carrot. Honestly. Question number 3. How well does Carrot do against Tashigi? I think fairly well. I think mid to high diff, Carrot will beat Tashigi in Sulong State. Yes. Honestly, probably just mid diff. Really. Yes. I think Carrot can beat Tashigi quite comfortably. But Boa Hancock beats Carrot quite comfortably. Number 2. How does Carrot fare against Nico Robin? I think, personally, that Nico Robin high diffs.
Oh no.
Carrot. Yes. I think Nico Robin would beat Carrot, even when she's in Sulong State. Carrot is a very powerful head-to-head fighter. That is very apparent when she's in Sulong State. Her electro has been amplified many times over, I don't doubt it. And that's what we kind of see. In fact, when we zoom in on this page right here, this panel, you can kind of see the electro all over the area where she left it. So right then and there, I would easily assume that her electro has been amplified a few times over. Yes. When it comes to her physical strength, that's also upped as well, mainly in her leg strength because that's her forte. Her forte is speed. That is a very important thing to note. Her forte is speed. And her speed has increased even more so when she has gone into Moonlion State. How fast is Carrot? If you look at the men that she speed blitzed, they are, I would say, king of fodder, lowest of the low tier. They are henchmen of Daifuku, but they are still members of the Big Mom Pirates. It is safe to assume that those guys right there, these guys right here, they are probably several times stronger than the average Marine soldier. It is very safe to assume that. And so seeing how she did speed blitz them, that's fairly impressive. And mind you, she came all the way from the Sunny Go. She swooshed in there, covered a large distance fairly quickly, and proceeded to decimate. Very impressive. However, we can make a parallel of this speed blitz to the speed blitz of, let's say, Cavendish, or more precisely, Hakuba, when he speed blitzed the men at the Coliseum. The parallel here is a little bit shaky in some grounds, because in his case, not only was he closer in proximity to these guys, but also there was dust everywhere the moment he took out the first 3 dudes. However, the quality of men are different compared to these guys. These guys are low tier. Cavendish, he speed blitzed some low-high tiers and some mid-low tiers, like let's say Slaymon, for example. Slaymon, who appeared to have the better of Rebecca in the midst of combat, and mind you, she's known for having very good dodging ability and has Kenmocho Haki. Slaymon seemed to have the upper hand in that fight. And Cavendish speed blitzed him when he was in Hakuba State. He speed blitzed him. These guys right here, Big Mom Pirate dudes, yes, but they're still fodder dudes. They're the king of the fishbowl. But no one among this group right here that she took out, I would say, is on the same level as, let's say, Slaymon. No. So what she did was very impressive. And we can see that her speed has upped, yes. But is she as fast as Hakuba or faster than Hakuba, as some folks claim? No. I would have to say no, simply because the quality of dude that he speed blitz and she speed blitz are on a much different scale. Now, albeit you could say, well, not even Daifuku saw her grabbing the wheel. I can kind of see what you're saying there as a case of saying, well, Daifuku, he's a very powerful dude, absolutely, and not even he could track her grabbing the wheel. Fair enough. But is that enough to say that she is as fast or faster than Hakuba? No. This is not enough. I would say definitely not enough. We need to see a lot more from her, which we will. Because mind you, this is very premature. But so far, I would say that she is slower than Hakuba. And as a result, Nico Robin can catch her. Because mind you, Nico Robin, her abilities are very powerful. The last time we saw her in a major fight was against that one guy in Skypiea. Robin, she's a very good fighter, and her ability kind of negates speed. It does. And for Carrot, it's going to be hard for her to actually move around quickly because Robin's ability can negate her speed. But at the same time, it's going to be hard for Robin to touch Carrot because of the Electro. As head-to-head fighters, Carrot is superior, definitely. But from an overall combat ability standpoint, I think her and Robin are far closer than people think. But Robin's ability gives her the edge over Carrot specifically. I would say so, definitely. But against anybody else, Carrot would probably do better in Sulong State. But is she Boa Hancock tier? No. I think some guys have jumped the gun on that massively, big time. So, that being said, guys and gals, I am done. Let me know your thoughts on the matter at hand. If you would answer the questions I have, those three, you can throw in Monet, you can throw in what's-her-face, Hina, you can throw whoever you want to. But those three in particular, I think are a good indication of, let's say, high, middle, and like middle, low, or low. Be sure to rate the video. It is not that hard to do, especially when I know that you all have a device called Zamaosu, and you use Zamaosu to click, rate the video, to click, subscribe, to click on that bell to join the squad. Of course, there'll be merchandise in the box below, but also be sure to comment in the comment section down below. Peace, and have a nice goddamn day.